Why hello there! My name is Gilganos. We are back with Crash Bandicoot 4 time trials. Oh my god, really? Oh wow, okay, it's gonna be a doozy today, I guess. Oh, my timer already started, so I probably shouldn't just stand around, right? Okay. Okay, that doesn't work. Ooh, that one is a butt clencher. Do I need this one? I do, there's it. Come on! Okay. Everything's fine, nothing happened. Oh! At least I got the 2 seconds. Oh, come on, it's 3 seconds, I want that. Oh, yeah. That was another 3 seconds and another 2 seconds. So why didn't you get it? Because I'm stupid. Good lord. The box placing of the time boxes is really... intriguing in this one. Oh, come on. That was just a little... Well, I guess there is snow at the edge of the platform, so... no surprise falling down there. Of course, this is still our first playthrough, if you haven't been around. It is our 11th stream. Wow, I actually didn't expect to have any game that would just be any single player game that would just be playing casual. Well, I'm not sure if you can still call this casually. That I would just be playing casually on stream, that I would need 11 sittings for this. To be honest, I didn't even know that there is a third secret, well, a second secret ending, I guess. If you do 106%. Okay. Oh, I hate the ice physics. Why did I still have ice physics? Didn't I land on the platform first? I've never been really a fan of, you know, action adventures and stuff. Which is probably the reason I've never played Dark Souls. But... since they are considered, come on, like probably the most difficult games out there, I probably should consider doing it at some point. What? Nope, that's not what I wanted. Although I'm not sure if it would be that fun to watch me. Depends on how, if you want to watch someone who actually is able to do it. Or just want to see someone lose their sanity. Because of course I have played all of the Crash Bandicoot of the classic games. Oh, you're actually invincible, nice. So I am actually, you know, kind of not bad in this game. Oh, damn it. Well, of course, since I haven't ever really played a lot of... That was a lot faster than I think. Yeah, well, as far as I know, Dark Souls isn't really the problem with... Well, I don't know if it's also problems with getting around. I'm not sure if tips help. But I have played... if this is a reference, I've once played a little bit of Terra, which is like a more action-based MMORPG. And because I like the thought of it, I played a warrior, which was like a tank, but an avoidance tank, and since in Terra it was like everything was action-based, more or less, not like in World of Warcraft where you just stand still and auto-attack and press your shield or whatever. The idea of a warrior tank was like to... Oh, come on, wait... was like to avoid every attack by pressing your buttons at the same time. And I miserably failed every time. So I expect Dark Souls to be kind of like this, just, you know, more brutal and yeah. So maybe it would be fun. I mean, I've seen people play Dark Souls. I've seen GDQ and stuff as well. Of course, I didn't like remember anything of it. Actually, I don't really remember anything, I have to say. Don't even remember any bosses or whatever. The only thing I know at this point is that bonfires are good. But yeah, a good friend of mine, Mongon, I think, has played Dark Souls. I'm not sure if he has played all of them, or just a specific one. Yay, we are at the intermission. Oh, you can... I didn't realize you can spin on Nitro without having it explode during time stop. That's interesting. Alright, come on, little bear. I'm very graceful that we've only started playing this game when they already patched the hitbox of the Quadra stacks here. Because I've been watching like a playthrough of, what's his name? Catasaurus or whatever. Ooh, that's kind of nasty. Missed the box. What the? Do those boxes exist in the normal version? Oh, that kind of confused me. But yeah, I can add it to my Let's Play list. And see that we can get to it at some point. Oh, that was kind of weird. Oh, that one hurts. That felt kind of good until that point. Well, yeah, I mean, it's only like in a time trials where you get reset to the starting point, right? Which is why 106%ing this game is kind of hard, also because you need insanely perfect relics, which is basically the same, just you have to do all in one go with getting all of the boxes. And at least 8% of all of... Come on! All of the Wumpa fruit. So it is considered very brutal, but I guess Dark Souls is another level up. Because, of course, in Dark Souls you get reset to the last bonfire, right, when you die. And here, I mean, it's just the beginning of the level. And even though the levels are pretty long and kinda difficult, if you just play through them with a time trial mode, you still only like... I'll reset like 2 minutes maybe? Oh, and I'm dead. Yeah, we're still playing Crash Bandicoot 4, a brutal platformer game, and actually one of my favorite series of all times. I think this is actually my favorite game. Well, not necessarily this Crash Bandicoot, although I really like it so far. But just Crash Bandicoot overall is probably the game series I've played the most in my whole life. Oh, come on! Ah! Maybe in the long game that would be fun. What is going on with my depth perception today? I rather stick to gaming, to be honest. Even though it doesn't really look so sexy right now. Don't really get why sometimes it explodes and sometimes it doesn't. Also, I didn't see that the mechanic where you let go of your direction input and then spin into a box that is below a TNT box. You should only detonate or destroy the box that is below the TNT without the TNT box itself. Is a little janky. Doesn't really always work. Probably because I ran into it, right? I could just slide under it, I guess. This is really tricky box placement here. Wow, how are you gonna do this fast? They're really close to each other. And a lot of TNT in between. Alright, back at this part. Don't forget that you get the time stop box, Gilganos. And stay up there. That doesn't help in a time trial. Having to wait for platforms up here also doesn't really help. There we go. That was a lot quicker than what we did last time. And then we skip this little cutscene here and still have the question mark going on as if we didn't know what actually happens. Even though Tawna is just standing like, I don't know, 20 yards away, pushing a button. Koga's just like, oh, what happens? Yay, back to the bear. Actually kinda, actually I should probably be like boosting if I want to be making up time here, right? Oh, you can probably skip this one. Oh, come on! Never really used the boost. I did it again. I was like, oh, boxes! And then was like, oh, tree! And the tree was, hello. Okay, so the problem with the bear is you can boost, right, to run faster. You don't usually boost in this level because you want to get all of the boxes, and you don't need to boost to get all of the boxes. And it's a lot harder if you want to get all of the boxes if you boost. Now, I'm not sure if the game wants us to be boosting during time trial, because the box layout is like... I mean, they usually want you to get all of the Akumas, even though we don't really need that one if you still have to, right? Get all of the boxes. No, just jumping in the water. Restarting a level takes a lot longer than just dying. But for some reason... Do a slide jump there. That was too far. But as long as you don't complain, I won't. In multiplayer though. Oh, why do we double jump? I hate the double jump. But I do also enjoy it. What is going on? Why are the cycles... Why the cycles of those electric things? Maybe I should just restart the level once. Come on, why is this... It always looks closer than it actually is. That was close. Oh, come on. The double jump, of course, does the same thing. And even harder. You basically stop moving twice in a single jump. And that feels really awful. In a time trial. Why do I always think like I have enough time to just go to the left of that rune. Maybe I should just go through the center. No, it also doesn't work. A little while back, I think Three Kingdoms was something at some point. Start with Mario, you know. Mario is easier. Play Mario. I did it again. I don't want to wait there. I don't want to wait until the platform turns. But I also don't want to wait spin jump. I guess spin slide double jump is probably the fastest way. I guess I'll just stop talking for 1 or 2 tries because we're already at 40 minutes into this level. And although it isn't really an easy level, I don't think it's as hard as some levels we've had before. So I guess I'll just get 1 or 2 concentrated tries in, and maybe we'll actually be able to finish it without dying in between. Come on. Problem with all of those platforms is you do always get the same cycle on that one. I think they don't reset their movement when you die, only when you restart the game at a level. Tawna! Be faster, please. That was kind of funny. Alright, back to the bear part. It's actually a lot easier when you just don't talk, I guess. just try to not boost for now, I guess, but instead hit all of the boxes. Maybe here I can boost, I think. Then I... This one doesn't really matter since I already have 2 outblockers, I guess. Should have jumped. But this time... Kinda funny, what use is Aku Aku? Well, I guess you can run into Nitro with Aku Aku. If it doesn't even save you from trees and stuff. You cannot boost on ice, man. Whoa! Shoot him faster, please, Cortex. I think we're through, right? We are protected from TNT, so I'm not afraid of that one. And there we go! Alright. Easy as that! Oh, damn it, I need to go to the gold first. So what do we get? Sapphire? Gold? Gold, probably. Yeah, there we go. Oh, 4 seconds after platinum. Actually, 5 seconds. Yeah, we missed a lot of boxes. I think if we get all of the boxes, that's easy. I think we missed more than 1 3-seconds box, right? So that should easily be possible if we just don't miss the boxes. I mean, even in the end, when we have basically the auto scroller of the bear. So I guess our movement is easily enough to get the platinum relic. We're still doing those, so. Building bridges. Enjoy me dying in Crash Bandicoot 4 currently. And touching me. Oh god. Okay, sorry. I'm playing Tor now. We don't spin to get faster. We spin to get slower. So what do? We just run, we jump, and we hookshot. Okay, I get it. Sorry, but you're gonna get a little cold. But it's faster than to restart the level. Can I do this? I can do this. Oh, now I missed my ride. That's unfortunate. Actually, I want to hit this one. Oh, come on. Really? It's kind of interesting because usually the ghost that you're seeing, I think, is for the Sapphire Relic. I think we haven't gotten a single Sapphire Relic because you always at least got Gold Relic. Because especially... Ouch. Especially for the normal Crash and Coco levels. That was a little high. Especially for the normal Crash and Coco levels, you are not supposed... Well, you're not supposed... Of course, you can do it, as I do. But you don't need to triple spin or even slide spin for those to be able to get the Sapphire. You just need to play through the level, basically. I forgot to start my timer for this level. So since we are using those techniques that make you faster already, Sapphire Relic isn't really something we will be getting. Oh, I thought it would be behind the scientists for some reason. But in the different characters... Oh, that's neat. With different characters that don't triple spin and also don't slide spin, you can usually see the ghosts because, you know, you don't really move a lot faster than they do because you just can't. I thought that would be a little close. I really hate this level, actually. I think I kinda have the timing of those electrified platforms down by now, I wanted to say, but it seems I don't. But they just, I don't know. I've just watched the stream of, what's his name? Catazor? I don't know. Seems to be a pretty famous Crash Bandicoot player, where he just one-shot this level and perfected it. And he failed at a lot of stuff that I didn't fail, and I failed a lot of stuff that he didn't fail. And I was just like sitting here and like, wow, I like died to those electrified platforms a million times. And he just, you know, casually runs through there and, oh yeah, I'm done. Cool. Feels bad, man. Is there a Lord Bandicoot? Oh yeah, there is. And all of it is in the game. You don't even need to buy like a a book to be explaining everything, or you don't need to watch any web series. Come on, get the box up there. Why don't you get the box up there? But it's really just, I mean, it's... Crash Bandicoot is... Well, of course he's a Bandicoot. But he's getting experimented on by the evil guy, which is Dr. Neo-Cortex. In his castle, on an island, far off in the Caribbean. I don't know where it is, but you know, it's like a tropical island with volcanoes and stuff. And yeah, at some point he escapes. That's actually the story of Crash Bandicoot 1. And beginning of the story is you see Crash Bandicoot jump from a window from the castle, like, I don't know, 200 meters high, and he falls into the water and gets washed into a shore. And then you realize, oh no, they have my girlfriend, which is Tawna, this one actually. Well, not she, because she looks a little different. You know, it's a game from the 90s, and you know, they didn't have like this beautiful round shapes back then, so they just resolved to having some polygons up here and not much else on the model. And yeah, he's like, oh no, my girlfriend is still back. Well, he doesn't talk, but that's basically what he's thinking. Oh no, my girlfriend is still back at the castle, I have to free her. And then you go back over 3 different islands through all of the levels where you just jump and run until you get to Cortex, defeat him, and then you don't... Oh no, actually, if you just play through the game, I think you just bet Cortex and that's it. And then if you get all of the gems, which is 100%ing the game, then you actually escape with Tawna. And that's it. It's like 3 cutscenes in the whole game. That's the lore. But yeah, I mean, it's like Mario, right? It's like, oh, the princess has been kidnapped by Bowser, go save her. Woo! In the first game, yeah, I think it's pretty much 3 cutscenes. But I mean, it's a PlayStation 1 game, right? So... Well, they did have CDs, so actually they could have done a lot more. What am I doing? But yeah, I mean, platformers, they're just all about platforming. They're not about story or lore. You can play your RPGs for that. I mean, there are more cutscenes in this one than in the Insane trilogy. Or at least in the first game. There's also a lot more cutscenes in like Crash Bandicoot 3. Why did I go so late again? And I just realized... Didn't start my recording at the beginning of the stream. Oh no. Guess I have to use the stream for... Well, the good thing is I'm cut out most of those time trial stuff anyways. For the YouTube video. So... It doesn't really matter if I need to. Got the box up there. Rely on the VOD footage, which is lower quality than my recording is. You can piece the lore to get it yourself. Well, you mean you figure it out piece by piece by just finding hints and stuff? Or do you mean that you can basically create your own lore? What exactly do you mean? Oop, that was close. Because Dark Souls didn't really strike me. From the footage I think I hit the top of the platform there. Which is why I dropped. Oh, I still do. You know, the biggest problem with those platforms is that they are all so different. It's not like the same cycle for all of the platformers. The first 2 ones that are just, you know, seesawing, they just alternate in between at a pretty high frequency. And then you have like 3 platforms that are linked, of which only 1 is always electrified, and then you have another 3 platforms which I'm still not sure if they're actually linked, because it just looks as if the first 2 are electrified at the same time. It's really confusing. Well, I guess most of the footage I've seen so far from any Dark Souls game is from GDQ. And I guess in GDQ they don't really, you know, care about lore. They rather save the frames than save the characters or whatever. So I guess I shouldn't really be surprised by that it doesn't strike me as that much of a lore game by now. I missed that one. Actually, how much time does that box give? Is it 1 second or 2 seconds? I don't remember. Because depending on if you miss the cycle on the jumps, you might not even want to go for it. No! Oh, I hate those so much. Alright, we're still alive. There we go. Nice. Now just don't die. Haha. Back to the cocoa part. And we can slide spin and spin again. Woo! I really like the Coco and Crash movement with the slide spinning and triple spinning. Because, I mean, it's actually really hard to do. I mean, I guess it looks really chaotic, but probably not that hectic or hard. When you just, whoa, watch it. But there's actually a lot of weird movement happening when you do that stuff. You see so many boxes. And if you just, you know, like, play this game once a week, or maybe twice a week, damn it, which I'm basically doing currently, I basically always stop at the point when I start feeling comfortable with how the triple spin works again. Yeah, but there's just a lot of inputs you need to do. You're basically pressing buttons all of the time. And then when you play a Dingo Dial or a Coco, not a Coco, a Tawna level, you're just running around. It's basically like, is this really as fast as I can go? Shouldn't I be pressing stuff? Feels really weird. Okay. There we go. Let's see how good we did. Well, that was a lot worse compared to Bears repeating, I guess, 16 seconds of the Platinum Relic. But yeah, we got gold again. The problem is, I think for the Time Trial Relics, it's like, if you get all of the Sapphire Relics, it's 2% for the completion to 106%. The Gold Relics don't really do anything, unfortunately, and the Platinum Relics give you another 2%, so we need to get all of the Platinum Relics in the end. And then there's always also the Death Relics, which are really brutal to get. I have seen some videos. You basically need perfect inputs. Well, not perfect, but near perfect inputs for every slide, spin, jump, everything you do. This level, yeah, I remember. Let's see where I go with this one. Oh, come on. Not sure how they want us to get that one. Why hello there? Oh yeah, I think for this one we want to keep all of our Aku Akus if possible. Because there's like a forced TNT crate that you need to take to the face. If you want a 3 seconds time box, I think. And you always, you just don't need to spend the Aku Aku if you get 3 and get invincibility. Not sure if it is that level though. Might be. Oh yeah, I remember. I had quite some troubles with those lava eruptions. Come on. I still think they're pretty badly indicated, to be honest. Hope you know. We should be invincible right now. That's actually already the 3rd Aku Aku. Wow. So we would be invincible all over here. I hate double jump. No invincibility again. Come on. Actually, I do want to have invincibility there. I really hate those lava eruptions. That's just so badly indicated. I mean, it's like there is like a splosh in the lava, and then you're like, oh, it's coming now, and then it just recedes, and nothing happens, and you're like, okay, it's not coming out. Then you jump, and then it spits you in the face with hot lava. Ugh. Actually, it's probably faster to jump on that dinosaur as well, and then use the jump to land on the time box, right? Should be trying to do that, I guess. Alright, now don't jump into any lava, so that we do get our invincibility up here. There we go. That's what we want. Because now we can just ignore all of these eruptions. And those vines. Oh, okay. For a second there I thought I lost invincibility before I hit the nitro. But it was just time mask that went away. So that was okay. Woo! Why didn't she high jump there? That actually happens a lot to me. I don't know why. I don't know why in this game my depth perception is so bad that I just think like, oh yeah, I'm on top of the box even though I'm not, because there's a shadow indicating if I am on top of the box or not. Ah, that was heartbreaking. And that was very bad timing. I can also skip those, I think. It was just like, whenever I jump and then triple spin, I need to, you know, stop moving. That was interesting. So why don't I just use the thrust of the triple spin to get over to the next platform? But that wasn't enough, unfortunately. Tricky, tricky. Alright. Well, that was a good try. Good job. Yeah, that's why I hate those. Because you cannot swing too early. But of course, you can swing too late, even less. There we go. It's not that hard not letting go of jump. I'm slowly getting used to, you know, like having actually controlled movement with triple spins and slide spins instead of just pressing buttons and hoping for the best, basically, which is what I've been doing all the time. Which I guess is what you would suspect after, like... I think we do have around... Now I had a different cycle, it seems. We are over 50 hours of gameplay in this one, I know that much. Because last time I checked it was like 48 hours. And that was 2 streams ago, I think. So I think we're probably closing in on 60 hours. Of course I haven't really been using the slide spin and triple spin since the beginning of the game. So that doesn't really... So it's not as if we've gotten 60 hours of practice with triple spins and slide spins, especially of course since triple spin is only unlocked once you beat the game. Or well, the story of the game. So once you beat every level, let's say it like that. Those again. Ooh. That felt a little late. Hey, we're through. Well, I thought it was going on for longer after this one. Huh. This seems to be one of the easier ones to actually get a... Well, the Platinum one will be pretty easy, I think. 1 or 2 more tries, I guess. Did we miss boxes? Time boxes? Maybe 1 or 2, right? Well, I don't know how much lower the times the death relics are in this one. But it didn't feel so hard to optimize. Well, I guess that the most difficult part to optimize is probably the one with the short jumps and the lava in between. Where you really need to map out how far you will be jumping, how far you need to jump. And if you can skip some of the crumbling platforms by doing triple spins in the air, which push you forward in the air a little bit. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay healthy. Don't forget to always GG. And until then, thank you for watching. Bye bye.